How's it? And welcome to my podcast. My name is Sally and I am Wool Diaries on Instagram and Ravelry. This is episode 8 and it is the 23rd of December, almost Christmas, 2014. And the day is absolutely beautiful here today. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's blazing hot already, although the temperature here in Sant and Joburg, they say it's going to be the lowest 16 and the highest 27, and it's only going to be fair, which is, for you all who have Fahrenheit, 61 degrees Fahrenheit to 81 degrees Fahrenheit. To me it feels more like it's 27 already, and it's only 10 past 9 in the morning. Yeah. Very, very, very hot today. Very hot today. Today is all about me being a bit mad. My sister and her kids and her husband are coming tomorrow for Christmas because the girls are going to their dad for Christmas Day. So we're having a Christmas Day tomorrow on the 24th. So I've got to do all the things today. So I'm feeling a bit flustered already. My list is extremely long. I'd like to say how's it to new viewers, and to all returning viewers, you need a medal after last week. I went to my Yami Army group on Saturday and they were all like, your ADD was really rocking. So yes, you all need a medal. All I'm going to say. Thank you to all my new, there's a sparky tail. Thank you to all my returning viewers, subscribers, and thank you to all the new subscribers that I got this week. I don't know if I can get him to jump up. Come here, Sparky. Come here, come say hello. Come here. Come here. He doesn't jump. He's not a jumping dog. Come here. Come here. Come up here. Look up here. Look up here. Come up. No, he's not a jumping dog. He doesn't like jumping up. He's not, and if I try and pick him up, he'll just bite me. He doesn't like being picked up either. Oh, but he's my, there he is, my 2-year-old Labrador. Yes, when they turn 2, apparently they're supposed to be adults. I keep telling him every day he needs to start acting like an adult now, and it doesn't work. More with the ADD. I'm all over the place reading, and we've just started like 2 minutes in, and I'm like everywhere. Right, so episode 7, there wasn't one. As one of my dear Yami Army friends pointed out, there wasn't an episode 7. Sorry. I have 2 episode 6s, but I don't have an episode 7. I just want to say I'm not ashamed that I'm ADHD. I've lived with it, well, basically my whole life. I was diagnosed when I was 9. My parents did put me onto medication, but it had a very, very bad side effect, and they took me off. So I did school without medication. I have, as an adult, tried medication as well, but not that I noticed a difference in me, but other people around me that know me, that are very, very close to me, noticed a difference. And because I told them that I was trying meds, and I stopped taking. But there's nothing against taking medication if it's going to help. Both my boys are ADHD, and with both of them, I have tried everything. We've tried the diet, we tried homeopathic, and not to say that didn't work. They just didn't work enough for both my boys. They did work, and I'm a firm believer in trying everything before you go to chemicals. Both my boys are on medication. And actually, Matthew stopped his medication one holiday. He said he didn't want to take it. And after 4 days, 3 or 4 days, he came to me and said, Mom, I need my medication. I don't want to be off of it. I feel better on my medication than I do off of it. So he's done that as an older child during the holidays, and he finds he's a better person on his medication. I get sad. I feel like ADHD is a bad disease, and we should be ashamed of it. I don't feel ashamed of it, and I don't think it's a bad disease either. I don't care what people think about me medicating my children. It's the best thing for them. I don't need other people's approval. I do agree that teachers tend to diagnose too quickly. My children had tests done before we started anything, before there was any diet, homeopath, before anything. I also feel you need to surround yourself with the best that you can, doctor-wise, whether it be from the diet, whether it be an homeopathic, whether it be a normal doctor who does your, you've got to, and as a parent, you've got to be educated as well. You can't just, I still do not just take what the doctor tells me at face value. I question everything, and before we change dosages or before we change medication, because we have with both the boys, we've now found the right combination. We have done research and we've read. It's a chemical that your brain doesn't produce. That's what it is. It's a chemical your brain doesn't produce. And the stigma around it is really sad. And, well, my boys have grown up not knowing any different. Matthew, my oldest son, will tell people straight out he's ADHD and he's on medication, and he functions better with it. When they go on camp, here in South Africa, they go on school camps, and they generally go at the beginning of the year. The school that my kids are at now, they go the first week of school. They don't actually have first week of school, they go on school camp. And both my kids, it's not that they don't want to, they just, because it's so exciting and so, Mom's not there to harass me to take my meds. I don't harass them, but I have to remind them. They don't take their meds. And both their teachers, after like the third week being back at school, when they've had normal school now, so we're the third week into the term, they both always, every year, what a difference your child is when he was on camp versus when he's in the class. And it's because when they're on camp, they're unmedicated, and they normally eat rubbish and drink rubbish, and they're all hyped to be on camp with all their friends. And so yes, it does make a huge difference, but so does the diet, and so does homeopathic stuff. Anyway, that's my little soapbox. That's what I believe. And that's what works for me and my family. So, wow, that was a lot. What I want to talk about today is a fantastic lady in Miami Army Group, Michelle Hutchinson, has designed, well, she's re-engineered a sock. I'm not too sure what the original sock is, but it was top down, and she wanted to do a toe up, and she wanted to use the fish lips kiss heel. Now, she couldn't just take the pattern and the design on the sock and just reverse it. It didn't work. She had to rechart the whole thing, which she did. I'll show you. I printed it out because I'm going to make it. She recharted the whole sock. The whole sock. And she wrote seriously detailed instructions on everything, how you should be doing your decreases, when. So the sock is called All the Things That Grow Socks, and it is Michelle did hers in Heartland, and it's a green, and it's got leaves that grow up your leg. The picture doesn't do it justice. Michelle, if you're watching this, you definitely need to get outside and take some photos outside of it. It's absolutely beautiful in real life. I have seen it, and it's stunning. Michelle only had one on Saturday. She was busy with the second one. What else did I... Oh, yarn pimp. Sorry, block your ears a little bit. So the West Indies are here playing cricket against South Africa, against our Proteas. And they've played one 5-day test match. And I didn't watch it. I don't watch 5-day test matches. To me, it's like watching grass grow. Oh, it takes forever. Or golf. I can't watch golf either. And my brother-in-law was here on Sunday. They came for a bride to fetch the turkey so that they can cook it for tomorrow. And I said, so how did it go? Apparently Dale Steyn, who's our one of our fantastic bowlers, he was on top form. Apparently he likes test over one day and 2020. Not that he can't bowl in the other two formats, but he prefers test matches. And yes, apparently he was in top form. So we beat the West Indies in 4 days instead of 5 days. I'm not exactly sure what the score was, but bonus. So the next test match is on the 26th, which is Boxing Day here. No, Day of Goodwill here. I forget, my British comes out in me. Day of Goodwill here. But again, I won't be watching it. I don't do 5 days. Sure, it takes forever. It takes for freaking ever. I think, oh, one more thing before we start with the actual what you're going to watch. Poppet, my Matthew's Chihuahua. Last weekend last weekend, she started limping. Her back left leg, she started limping. Pulled it up and she was limping. Her little drumstick, she was limping. So she's done this before, so we left her. And I said to my husband, okay, if it's not fixed by Monday, then I'll take it to the vet. Anyway, I took it to the vet on Monday. Yes, took it to the vet on Monday, and she's damaged her knee. Don't know what, because they need to sedate her to take x-rays. So that's right, because it was the day before our podcast last week. So I had to take her back on Thursday, and she had to be sedated, and they did x-rays, and what she had done is she had torn all the ligaments in her knee. So she stayed and she had an operation to fix her ligaments in her knee, but when they opened her knee up, they realized that she'd actually stuffed up her entire knee. But what they said was she'd done it when she was very small. And she is only, she's only a little thing. I would bring her, but she's sleeping and I can't put her down and she can't walk. She's not allowed to walk. I've got to keep her still for 6 weeks. So she went in on Thursday. She had the operation. She did very well. She had to sleep in, which was a bit odd because she's like, we've got 3 chihuahuas. And we say that they share a brain and she never gets a turn. So she's full of personality, this one. And so it was very odd not having her around. Very, very, very odd. They've all got their own little personalities, but hers is bonkers. She's seriously bonkers, this one. So it was very odd not having her around on Thursday. And then Friday morning, myself and the boys went to go fetch her. Oh, and it broke Matthew, as big as he is, it broke his heart. She cried and cried. Now, the vet had warned me about it, and I did tell him it was the anesthetic still wearing off. I mean, she was still goofed. She was still goofed. But she cried and cried. Sleeping, she was crying. She wasn't in pain. They gave her a pain patch, almost like a nicotine patch. So they put it on her leg and it just keeps oozing pain meds. So she wasn't in pain, it was just the anesthetic wearing off. And yeah, so then yesterday my husband took her to go and get her dressing changed. I'm glad I didn't go, and I'm glad Matthew didn't go as well, because he said even though they took her into the back rooms to have her dressing changed, he could still hear her crying, taking the dressing off. She's come home with no dressing on. So she was, it looked like she was saluting. Her back leg was dead straight out and like up. It looked like she was saluting. She looked absolutely hysterical when she came back after her op. And then, yes, so now she's come back without any dressing on. She's got a massive big cut down the side. She's got to go back next week Tuesday to get her stitches taken out. She's doing a lot better. Yesterday she was again very quiet and very subdued and she just lay in their bed, and she just slept the whole day. So for all of you who know about my little expensive Christmas present that I didn't ask for, yes, she's doing much better. And no dressing. She's still got the pain patch on. That'll come off on Tuesday. The vet says by next week Tuesday there'll be no pain, but I have to keep her still for 6 weeks. So, okay, enough, Sally, enough. What have I got to show you? I have a finished object. Oh no, you just saw. My holy crap socks are finished. No, I don't like that one. I like that one. So what I did was, this was the one I was working on last week. No, this was the one I was working on last week. I used Regia. I can't remember how far I was last week. I don't think I was very far, eh? So I used a Regia leftover in red for the heel. And I did the leg as long as my foot, and then I did 1 repeat of all the stripes in the rib, and then I bound off. I did my half Judy's Jenny surprisingly stretchy bind off, and I did my rounded toe as normal. And if you see my stripes go bleh, green, red, and then Christmas green. My sister says it looks blue. I think she's on drugs. Katie, you're on drugs. It's green. The next sock I did the rounded toe. But what I did for the rounded toe was, instead of doing the yarn overs, I did knit one front and back, and I like it even better than the yarn overs. I did my stripes the wrong way, the opposite way, right? I did the blue green, the normal green, and then the red. Now, the problem with being ADHD is you don't always think things through. So here's what I didn't think. I was going to end with the red, and then I was going to have the red heel. I'm not over the moon ecstatic about it. Even with, I did, if you see here, I also did it on the other one. I did one stripe of the light, one round of the light green, and I did it here as well. I love them. I haven't worn them. I put them on my feet, and I took on my footsies, and I took a photo, and I love them. But I'm disappointed in myself. I didn't have a green. I do have a green, but it's a spring green. It's not a Christmas green. It's a spring green. Like, it didn't go. It looked really wonky. And I was not going to go to the local yarn shop that sells Regia just to get green. No, that wasn't going to happen. That was not going to happen after a whole day of shopping. That was not going to happen. So that is my Holy Crap Socks by Midnight Sheep with Regia leftovers for the heels. And now I can wear them tomorrow. No, Christmas Day. I'm not getting out of my pajamas on Christmas Day. I'm staying in my PJs. So what am I working on? I am working on Deacon's ankle socks. Yay! The child wanted ankle socks, not full socks. So, oh, these socks are going to kill me. I can't believe it. It took 4 times to cast these socks on. 4 times. Because the stitch count, he's 10. So I think he can't wear socks as big as me, stitch count wise. Well, yes, no, he does. He wears 64 stitches. But yeah, his foot is shorter than mine. He's a size 5, I'm a size 9. So his foot is shorter than mine. So I finished one. I started on Sunday when my sister was here for a braai. And she thought I was absolutely loopy. I kept pulling it out and swearing, and because I couldn't get the measurements right. I couldn't get it. I could get it over his toes, and then that was about as far as it goes. So here's one. It is 10 rows of rib, 10 rows of stockinette, fish lips kiss heel, and then straight, and then just a normal wedge toe. He had it on this morning because I finished it last night after he went to bed. He had it on this morning and he didn't want to take it off. He wanted to know why I didn't finish both. I'm good, but I'm not that good. So that's he's got one sock, and the second one is on the way. Oh, it looks like a mess right now because I was sitting in bed this morning while they were all getting ready to go to movies. They've gone to go see Night at the Museum 3, so I'm supposed to be doing present wrapping. So I've done my 10 rows of rib, and I've done my 10 rows of stockinette, and I've done 1 row of the fish lips kiss heel. So this will hopefully be finished either tonight or tomorrow morning. Yay! And that is also Midnight Sheep, and it's in Deacon's colorway, which is called Cool Kid. It's a light blue. He wanted light blue. My son wanted light blue. So that's what I'm mainly working on. I'm mainly working on that. The other 2 things I've got going. One is the Nurturing Fibers sock blanket. And last week I put a huge plea out to the Yarn Pimp and Carlay and asked them, please, I need all the greys that you can get. I got a WhatsApp message last week afterwards saying, well, how many greys do you want? So I said, well, as many as Carlay will die for me. So she said, okay, we've got something cooking up for you. So, I don't know. So I haven't touched that blanket yet this week. I haven't touched it. I'm going to be a very good girl. I love it. It's so soft and squishy. I do love it, but I'm not going to touch it until I've got all the greys. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to get them and then be disappointed because I should have done this, and I'm not going to rip it out. So what did I do? I started another one. And this is with the pink haired girl, Sally Jane, and Gina, GMMC53 on Instagram. And the hashtag is Sock Yarn Blanket Partners. So they're doing ones with sock yarn scraps. So now I've only knit, with my Ho socks, I've knit 14 pairs. So I've done 14 in 2014. That's excluding the 1 pair that I ripped completely out because I wasn't happy with it for my husband. So I've done 15 pairs, but I ripped 1 out completely. What I've decided to do is I've decided to use my leftovers. I don't get a lot of leftovers because I've got such big feet and I make my legs as long and then some. So I don't have such big leftovers. But some of them are enough to do at least a square and then not much else. So I've started. I'm doing them in the order that I've made my socks. So I have started with And as you can see, this here, this part here hurts me because it doesn't really go. But it's the order that I've did my socks in. So I've done 8 so far in my sock yarn scraps. I'm hoping to add a square every time I finish a pair of socks. So this one's going to grow slowly. It's growing fast now because I've got to catch up. And it's living in a bag that Candy's mom made. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, that's mine. It's pink. It's pink and it stands up all by its own. So that's, yes, I now have 2 on the go. But one's hibernating. I haven't touched it. Bummer. And that one won't get touched all the time. It'll only get added to once I made a pair of socks. Which brings me into 2015. I always set myself some, I call them goals. But I know some people don't like that. I don't know why. I'm very goal orientated, which is why I do one project and get it out and get it done. And if it's a big project, I even set myself little goals, like I've got to do a certain length of it that day, and if I do more, then bonus, but I've got to reach that length or that many repeats or something. I'm very goal orientated. So there's 3 main categories in 2015 that I want to do. One of them is stash down, and it's not, I want to knit the stuff I've got. That's what my stash down goal is. I want to knit the stuff I've got. I love what's in my stash. There's nothing in my stash that I don't love. I do. So what I'm going to do is, before I'm allowed to buy one, I've got to knit one. But there are some exceptions. One of them being, I know I've got yarn in my stash, but it's not enough to do what I would really like to do with it. So I can buy more to add to that to get a project done. Any gift yarn, that doesn't count, or any yarn I get in a swap doesn't count. What was the other one? Oh, if Yarn Indaba happens next year, sorry. Or if the Nurturing Fibre sweater sale happens next year. Those 2 also. I'm going to be buying all the things. So that's my stash done. I'll talk about the other 2. There's a sock along that myself and Sally Jane Pinker Girl are doing. And what's the third one? Oh, just to challenge myself. Just to challenge myself to do new things and to learn new techniques. So those 2 I'll talk about. One, I'll do the sock along next week, and then I'll do the first 2015, I'll do my challenges myself. And I do frequently go back and check on them and update them and make sure that I'm on the right track, and I'm good like that. I'll be good like that. With the arms, people should smack me on the head. Right, so Yummy Armies on Saturday. We all got a present from Susie Bears. She's so stinking cute. Love it to bits and pieces, this woman. Oh, I know what it is, but I didn't know what mine looked like. Because I said to her, I'm going to open mine on the podcast, live and in action. We all got a little Notions bag. Oh, look, mine's got a Father Christmas. Oh, that's so cute. And the zipper. Oh. Mine's got pandas on it. And inside, I got a purple one. A tape measure. Oh, and it's got a magnet on the back. Oh, she's so clever, this lady. Oh, check it. So we got, okay, sorry. And my favorite scissors ever. Whenever I go to the shop that sells these scissors, I buy tons of them. So they're little scissors and they've got a cap on them. So you can put them in your project bag and not worry about it snaring your knitting. And then we got a little baggie. Oh, and it's just got some of those interlocking, because there's a lot of crochets at my group. It's got, so these are perfect for both knitting and crocheting. Whole load of different ones. And then a needle point protector, which looks like a pair of buns. Yeah, and they were all laughing at me at Yummy Armies because I can't get the camera right. Blow it out your bums. Blow it out your bums. But then, but wait, there's more. Naughty Sue gives me a bag and she says, wait, there's more for you. So, I found this at the bottom of the bag. So, I don't know if this is for me, but I'm going to open it anyway. Ha! So, if it's not, phone me and tell me, and I will meet you, and you can have it back. But I'm going to open it because I've been squishing it and feeling it, and I don't know what it is. It's all wrapped up, all pretty, 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 and it is. Okay, it's for me. It's an awesome skull with guns instead of bones keyring. So I can't imagine Sue knowing anybody else that would love this. Ah, awesome! This is so going on my keys, or maybe on my bag. I don't know. Oh, that's so awesome! It's so neat. I love it. Sue, you're like such a rock star. Okay, then, like that wasn't enough. So, if you've got earbuds in, I'm telling you now, there's going to be crinkling. And maybe not so much crinkling, maybe more ripping. Oh, I don't do opening presents like a girl. I do opening presents like a boy. Get that stuff off. I like the bow. I'm going to keep the bow. Get that stuff off. Where did the snowman come from? I don't know. I'll have to find it. Okay, so let's see what I got. She's so stinking. Holy cow. How awesome is that? It's a money box, but that is epic. And it's silver. See, there's a money box. Put brains in it. Oh! Sue. Where am I going to put this? I'm going to have to put this somewhere very special. I'm going to put it where I normally put my handbag. So every day when I come home, I'm going to put 5 rand coins that I've got in my wallet. Because now I just put them in a jar, but I think this is nicer. And it's got a plastic doodaddy, so I don't have to break it. I love it. Sue, you're so naughty, but you're so good. You're so evil. I love me some skulls. That was just the box. The skull is safe. Epic. I should open all this stuff before I do this because I do know that it's quite loud and I apologize. Not really. It doesn't faze me when other people do. So what I got from A Candy, because she knows exactly. She knows exactly how to get me. I got Nurturing Fiber coffee. Oh, which is Kazar from that I use in my Nespresso machine. Now Kazar is the strongest that you can get. I don't often drink it because even though I do like my strong coffee, I find this, it's an intensity 15. The next one down is a 10, so it's a big jump from 10 to 15. And it gives, if I've had nothing else but a Kazaa, I actually get caffeine shakes. My kids find it funny, I don't. So, but I'm having one because it's nice, and I've had coffee already before. So. It's a Betwixt and Between limited edition colorway. It was. It's called Rose Red, and it's nurturing fiber, super tot super twist sock. And it's beautiful, deep dark reds and silvers and greens. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Wow. I honestly thought this was going to be a long episode, and it's not that long. I just have one more thing to say to you, and that is Little Bobbins Christmas Eve sock cast on. Hashtag LBK Christmas Eve sock or socks. Can't remember. Go look it up. Go search it on Instagram. There's no prizes. You just take a picture of before, so your bag, your yarn, and if you're doing a pattern and your needles, go search the hashtag. Awesome photos. They don't have to be Christmas socks. They just have to be socks for you. And then you post a picture of you casting them on Christmas Eve. And that's it. Awesome. Awesome. So don't forget that. I can't remember what I was going to say. Did I show you last week my Christmas sheepy I got? Look, here's a Christmas sheepy. He's so cute. I don't think I showed you. I think I forgot. When we went to the Christmas shop. Oh, so cute. Okay, now I'm really waffling, good waffling. Okay, guys. Totsiens, have a fantastic Christmas, and I will see you next week, just before New Year's.